afternoon guys, and welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd do another makeup look today only because I've not got a lot going on. Lockdown has really got to me this week. There's nothing to do, so I just thought, when there's nothing to do, why not practice your makeup for the summer, because hopefully you'll be allowed out by the summer. So to start off, obviously I am not a makeup artist. I wanted to try this black winged eyeliner eyeshadow look thing with I've just said eyeshadow. I wanted to try this eyeshadow look that makes a black wing thing with eyeshadow. I'm just going to get into it because it's just going to get on my nerves, the fact that I can't describe it to you. So obviously no makeup artist, and I am going to do this using sellotape. I feel like that was a thing years ago, but everyone stopped doing it now because apparently it's bad for your skin. It rips off skin follicles or whatever. So, but it's your own face. If it helps you do makeup, then do it. Who am I to criticise? To start off, I always wash my face, and then I've gone in with my Revolution SPF 30 for normal to oily skin again as my moisturiser. And I wanted to see if it was my primer that was making my makeup clump together, because I tried the new primer that came in my glossy box. What was it? The Satin Soft Blurring Primer and Finishing Fix by Figs and Rouge. I did try it this week as I was going to work, and throughout the day my makeup was clumping together, and I mean literally creating little mounds of makeup on my face, and the rest of the makeup just came off. And I was thinking, and I could literally pick it off my skin. It was horrible, and I was thinking, what is going on? And I'm assuming it's this primer because it's never happened before. It was almost like it was, I had to come home and check it was a primer and not a makeup remover, but no, it's a primer. So I've gone back in with my Revolution Glow All Day Primer in the pink today, just to add a little bit of a glowy, dewy base, only because it comes out in quite a, like a tanned little dot, and it adds a nice glow to your base of your skin. Not too much, and obviously it just adds a little bit of a colour. Obviously nothing too eccentric. So I have wet my beauty blender, but I forgot my sellotape, so I'm just going to be back in a minute guys and go get my sellotape. To start, I'm going to put my concealer on first. So the concealer that I always use, I never switch up. I've been using the same one for about nearly a decade, maybe 8 years. The Instant Anti-Age Eraser Multi-Use Concealer in the shade Light, so 01. And I am actually going to conceal all over my eyelid before I even apply the sellotape, because I feel like it'll just be a waste of concealer, even though the concealer's probably going to, the sellotape's probably going to peel it off when I take it off anyway. But so I'm just going to blend that in really quickly with my beauty blender before I apply the sellotape like a 9-year-old. So taking, oh, you can't see it. Oh, so taking a piece about yay big, I'm going to apply it to where I want the angle of the wing. Oh, I don't want it to go in my hair though. So I want my wing to go upwards towards the tail end of my eyebrow. So it's not touching the eyebrow, because I fear for my life that it would be me that would give myself a little free wax from my eyebrow. So it's not quite touching the end, but it's close enough. And make sure you get it right in the corner of your eye as well, and I've not quite managed to do it with this one. And smooth it out. Oh god, I feel I look ridiculous. Oh, all part of the process. So taking my Morphe 35XO palette, or 35XO, however you want to say it, I'm going to go in with the shade Come Here Often, which is the third one along on the top row. It is just a mattifying white colour that I'm just going to pat all over my eyelid just to prevent that concealer from creasing. I'm going straight in with the winging. I don't want to put any eyeshadow on my crease just yet because I don't want it to look a bit too two strong things going on my eyelid, so I just want to see how the wing will turn out first, and then we'll see if we need to add any crease. We'll go in with, I'm going to build it up. I'm going to go light brown, dark brown, black. So we'll go Body Language first, which is this second shade along on the second row. And I'm literally just going to smudge it across the line of the sellotape to make a nice little wing, and then brushing it halfway across my eyelid and then a little bit down towards the crease. Well, you can't really see it yet, but which is fine. It's what we want. So going in with the next eye. It's all about slowly building it for me, because I always feel like you can add but you can never take away, because you've just wrecked your look then. So I feel like if I take my time it'll be fine. So I've never tried this makeup look before. I'm trying it for the first time ever on camera, and it is going onto my YouTube channel, so there's a bit of honesty for you. So next I'm going to go in with the shade You Up, which is a little bit of a slightly more orange tinge to the brown shade. Sorry, I need my little mirror. Now this shade, I'm not going to take it up to the wing. I'm literally just going to pat it into the corner of the little V shape from your eyeliner to the sellotape, just to give it that little bit of a darker definition. Now I have literally watched nobody do this makeup look. I have literally just seen one picture of it on Instagram and thought, oh, I'll give that a go. I probably should have watched someone do it on YouTube first. I watched Molly May's makeup video last night, and she was constantly talking about Madison Beer, and she was watching the video of Madison Beer doing it, and I've not watched anyone do this look, and now I'm fearful. Also, I need to stop sleeping in earrings. For anybody that has just had the ears pierced or had the ears pierced for a while and they've had no problems, I've had my ears pierced since I was about 6 or 7 years old, and I've had no issues. But in the past year, I must be getting a bit more aggressive in my sleep, because I've ripped one earlobe, which I've had to have stitched if you watch my birthday video, and now these two earrings, the first and the second piercing, are also slightly ripped. So I'm gonna have to stop wearing earrings in my sleep and just see if that does anything, if it prevents the rip, because it's not quite fully ripped yet, but it's close. And I'm just dead fearful, because I love my earrings. I love wearing earrings. I feel like I can make an outfit, and I feel like I'm just spoiling it for myself because I'm ripping them. Okay, going a bit darker again, we're going to use Let's Snuggle, which is this chocolate brown colour. And again, we are just going to put into the little corner. Okay, and just to blend it out a little bit into my actual eyelid, I'm going to be taking my NYX fluff brush, and I'm just going to just ever so slightly, gently, just brush along the line of it, just to blend it ever so slightly, because somehow I've managed to get fallout above the line. Fall up, not fall out, don't know, not sure. Shade darker again, we're going to go in with Charmer, which is this really nice dark chocolate colour. I'm trying not to blow on my brushes, because I had a comment, some girl DM'd me last time I did a makeup video and said that it was really unsanitary to blow on your brushes. I said, well, it's going on my face, but she said, she sent me this whole link of how it can cause acne and things like that, so I'm now tapping. I'm taking it from the little corner across halfway of my eyelid. I keep on going to say sellotape. And a little bit up the wing. And again, taking my NYX fluff brush, I'm just gonna blend across it again, just to make sure it all blends properly and there's no little gaps like there is there. I'm going to use my Revolution, am I saying that right? Revolution, yeah. Reflection Mystic in the colour, oh, it's backwards. So I'm going to try and not drop it this time. So I'm using my Revolution Reflection Mystic in the shade 4, which is this black. Now I don't really tend to, oh hi, I don't really tend to use this palette only because there's not many colours in here that I could use, especially during the winter. Like, this is really nice purple colour, but again, it wasn't very wintry. So taking the lightest little bit and tapping it, I'm just gonna very lightly go over my wing. And then to blend it out a little bit more, only because I feel like that black just made a really harsh line, I'm gonna use Body Language, which is the first shade we went in with. This really nice light brown colour on my NYX fluff brush, and just try and blend it out a little bit. So I'm literally just sweeping it across my eyelid from outer to inner. And then going back in with this really dark, lovely chocolate shade in Charmer, I'm going to go back over my wing liner. And then again with my fluff brush, just blending it out a little bit. And now we're all just going to pray that this sellotape trick still works from like back in 2006. Oh! Does it still work? Oh! It still works. Made up with that. So it's gone a little bit high, but the beauty of that is I can just brush it away. And then to blend in at the bottom, I'm actually going to wait until I do the rest of my face to blend the rest of the eyeshadow in at the bottom crease. So going in with my foundation, I'm using the NARS in the shade Salzburg L3.5. Now the box obviously you have to shake it, and I always forget to shake it, so let's see if that makes a difference. So as I said, I've already prepped and primed my face, so I'm just going to take 2 pumps and dot them around my face. And then I normally do go in my foundation brush and then my beauty blender, because I want quite a dewy look for my face, because I want my winged eyeshadow to pop. I'm just going to go straight in with my beauty blender. So now that I've blended out my foundation, I do think it was the Figs and Rouge primer that caused my makeup to clump together throughout the day. I don't know what it does, but when I wish I took pictures to show you, because it was horrendous. It was literally just coming off in clumps. It was horrible. It was almost like I'd just gone over my face with Play-Doh. It was horrible. So going in with the same concealer, I am just going to do a triangle under my eye, and I'm going to slightly, very carefully, just take it underneath that winged look, just to make it a bit sharper. Then a line on my head, down my nose, underneath each cheekbone and my chin. Okay, so now the concealer's done, I'm also going to use the same concealer I used in my last video again. Oh no, actually I did switch my concealer, well my contour concealer, up this time last year. I now use the Instant Anti-Age Eraser from Maybelline in 145 Warm Olive. It is technically a concealer, but I find it works wonders as a contour as well. So taking it across my forehead, because I have a massive forehead, and under my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose. And this time, instead of going in with my beauty blender, I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques 301 rose gold brush and just see if that makes a difference. Because my contour's been going a bit muddy as well recently since I've been using my beauty blender, and I don't know if it's because I am using a beauty blender, and I feel like that has blended out so much better from using a brush. So it's like a short stubble brush, quite flat, and I thought it'd be perfect just to blend out a bit of contour. Can you hear my mum hoovering downstairs? You must be able to hear that. She's literally just come back in 2 minutes ago and she's already hoovering. To be fair, she is my mum again. She is really loud when I'm doing these videos. She always seems to find something to do, whether it's cleaning, hoovering, coming into my room and having a chat with me for like half an hour in the middle of a video. But I actually do prefer her here because I am the biggest scaredy cat person you will ever meet, because I will hear the slightest noise, and I mean the slightest noise, and I'm convinced that someone is in the house. So knowing that any noise is coming from her downstairs is a massive comfort, because you don't realise how engrossed you become in these videos. You give your whole attention to this video, and then because you're not paying attention to everything else around you, the slightest little noise will happen downstairs and I'm like, someone's in the house. Now my contour is all blended out, I'm going to go in with the bronzing, and I'm going to use the MAC Give Me Sun. I normally do my powder underneath my eyes and set my eyes and things first, but I thought I'd switch it up today. I hate doing this when I'm not tanned, like fake or real tan, because it's such a nice bronzer, but then you look at my neck and you're like, oh. But this bronzer is actually too light for me in the summer, so you just can't win. And makeup's so expensive to keep switching around to every 6 months. So instead, I'm just going to blend it down my neck. I've just finished watching that Ginny and Georgia on Netflix as well, and I am obsessed. Like, I've just finished watching it. I think I binge watched it in 2 days, and that's with going to work as well. And I was constantly like, I was engrossed in how she was saying like, your makeup is like not a mask and things like that, and I was thinking, I was looking back on all my old pictures, you know, from like when you were 30 and your eyebrows are huge and everything. I was like, oh god. If only I had a person to turn around and say, your makeup's not a mask, you shouldn't be able to see that you're wearing it. But she says she's just made a winged eyeliner out of eyeshadow and is blending bronzer down her neck. So using my Too Faced palette from Christmas 2019. This palette doesn't actually have a name, it's just got the Christmas theme on it, but I'm using the colour Christmas Dream, which is this nice purpley pink colour, and I'm just going to place that on the apples of my cheeks. But to try that Charlotte Tilbury liquid blusher, because apparently it makes a nice little shimmer onto your face as well, which means you don't need as much highlight, which is where I constantly fall down and I add way too much highlight than I should do. So using the Rimmel Stay Matte 001 transparent powder, I am going to set under my eyes. So just taking a little bit of it on my brush and just patting it under my eye. So I also just set above my eyebrows, down my nose, down either side of my nose, under my cheekbones, just to add a bit of sharpness. And that was basically it. But going back in with my Give Me Some bronzer, I'm just going to blend out that line a little bit. So going back in with my Morphe 35XO palette. I keep dropping these palettes today. I don't know what shade's best to go for. Obviously I'm not going to go for the black. I'm going to go for a brown colour, but I don't want it to overpower the liner. No, I am going to go in with a dark chocolate brown just to make my eyes look a bit more smoky. So I'm going to go back in with this Charmer, which is the dark chocolate colour. Back in with the stubble brush, and I'm just going to lightly, do a little thin line under my eye and attempt to blend it into my liner. And just to neaten up this line a little bit, because obviously we all make mistakes, I've just gone a little bit too thick with that line. I'm literally just gonna pop a little bit of concealer underneath and blend it out. And then pop a little bit of powder under it. And then using my MAC Fix Prep and Prime spray, I'm just going to set my face. I won't record it because I make the horrible faces, like so ugly faces. And then for my eyebrows, I'm using my go-to fave, which is the Benefit Gimme Brow in 4.5, which I think is the dark brown. Brush off a little bit of excess because sometimes it can get caught up in your brow hairs and go a bit dodgy. And I'm literally just gonna brush through the hairs of my eyebrows in an upwards motion just to make my eyebrows appear a bit more thicker and fuller. Sorry, I feel like I haven't been that intimate in this video. I know it's probably the wrong word to use, but I'm still obsessed with Ginny and Georgia on Netflix. It's all I can think about. I won't spoil it because some people might have not got to the end yet, but I can't stop thinking about the ending and I'm like, I need to know more. So, sorry guys, I'm just distracted by my love of Netflix, obviously, which is very sad. But is everybody spring ready? Are we all ready for lockdown to be lifted? Are we feeling good about it? Are we feeling negative? Is anybody worried? Are we excited? Because obviously now we're coming towards the end of it. Some people have actually mentioned on Twitter and Facebook and things like how they're actually feeling quite nervous and anxious for it. And one of my friends has messaged me saying like they're actually feeling really nervous and anxious for it, which, to think about it, is a normal feeling because we've been in this pandemic for what, it will be over a year, yeah. So it's become normality almost. We're getting used to it, and as we're getting used to it, coming out of it and we're going back to old normality, and it can be quite scary. It can be not the unknown, but as it for my eyebrow game, I go for the most simplest fixes. And this Benefit Gimme Brow is just, if you watch my last makeup video, you'll know how much I love this product. 'Cause it's literally, you just brush it onto your eyebrows and like that is it. I think I've been watching Ginny and Georgia too much. I'm saying eyebrows like I'm from Texas, like Georgia. I just want to be Georgia. Is that shining through? Saying that though, I also love Maxine. Like, Maxine is also just amazing. I'm falling in love with fictional characters. I need to come out of lockdown ASAP. Now actually, this mascara might still be good for a few more weeks, but we'll see, because I have got a new one, and it is the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara, which is my go-to again. So this makeup video, I actually remembered to actually spray my face before applying mascara, which is improvement. It's always the little steps that make up the biggest something in the end. How inspirational. So while I let this first coat dry, because I always like to put on 2 coats of mascara, I'm just going to go grab my highlighter and glow up a little bit. I also want to try a new highlighter because as much as I do love this highlighter, it can be a little bit too white for the looks that I'm going for. Obviously some looks, oh there's a hair in my mouth. Some looks just need that golden glow rather than a white base glow. If you do makeup, you know what I mean. So going in with the Soft and Gentle MAC highlighter, just a little bit on my cheekbone. Above my brow bone. And again, it is literally just the lightest little touch of highlighter, only because I want the main focus to be my wing eyeshadow. I still don't know what to call it. And then going in with the Real Techniques brush in 428, which is this small little fan brush. I'm just going to do a little bit on my brow bone. And then taking my finger, just the inner corner of my eye. And I always feel like I go in with Pillow Talk because it has become my go-to, but I'm going to use one of my OG go-tos, which is Penelope Pink by Charlotte Tilbury. I need to get more Charlotte Tilbury stuff, to be honest, because I do love her makeup. The only problem is it's so expensive, so... But still sticking with the Lip Cheat Pillow Talk lip liner, I'm just going to overline my lips because I like to overline my lips. And then going in with Penelope Pink, which is this gorgeous nudie pink shade. And then going back in with the Lip Cheat Pillow Talk liner, I'm just going to go down from the over liner to my actual lip and blend a little bit. Sorry, the mirror is this way, so I keep on going, but it's because it's this way. And then last layer of mascara. I'm not gonna go and do a second coat on my bottom lashes because I feel like the chocolate colour on my lower lashes is taking care of the darkened look below this. And then taking a white eyeliner, I'm just going to put this in my waterline just to make my eyes appear a little bit more awake. And that is the finished look, guys. I think for someone who doesn't do makeup ever and asks her friend to do her eyeshadow for her and things like that, I don't think it turned out too bad. So, winged eyeliner look using eyeshadow. I finally got it in the end. With dewy makeup, and I've literally just simply gone for a bandeau. Take the camera back a little bit. Ooh. I've just used a bandeau blazer. I've got cycling shorts on, gold necklace, hoop earrings, and I've done my hair in a updo with the jasmine bobble going down and a side parting. And I think I will use this for a lunch date look or anything really when we come out of lockdown. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, guys, and I will see you all next week. Bye, guys!